This year, I think it's like the 13th to the 20th, something like that, of April.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah. I think the Pope said it was canceled, but
He has that kind of sway?
he's got that kind of power, yeah.
Yeah, what do you mean sway? Like he's got to convince God? He's God's representative on Earth.
But
Yeah.
does he shoot the Easter Bunny? Is that going to be public?
Well, you don't let him out of the Vatican.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not working right now either, but they didn't shoot me.
Right.
So.
There's still time, Joe.
So this really great Easter Bunny bit we're doing. Let's keep going with it.
What do you think he does when it's not Easter?
Good one. That is solid material.
It's solid. It's solid something. You get a coffee there, Bret?
I do.
Looks delish.
It's yesterday's iced coffee. I got 2 iced coffees. I put one in the fridge.
Oh yeah, because you can't go outside.
No, it's more they didn't have the big cups I like, so I said, can you give me 2 small cups?
But if you do go outside, the Pope will shoot you.
Yeah, he's putting people down.
Just to be clear, you would have gotten a bigger coffee, but they didn't have the cup. But since they gave you 2 cups, you drank the smaller coffee just fine. And
Well, here's
saved
the
this
deal.
one for
I
tomorrow.
usually go with my big thermos, which is a 24-ouncer, fluid ounces, by the way.
Dang. Wow, shit.
And then I was like, I don't want to make people upset because maybe I got the germs on the thing. So the to-go window, they give you the coffee cups, but they ran out of the big coffee cups. So I said, what can we do? What can we do? Can we make a deal?
Yeah.
Say that. Well, what can we do here, huh?
Yeah, what are we going to do? So then I got the 2 coffee cups. I only paid for the price of 1. Oh.
Wow.
And then
Wow.
I thought I was going to suck them both down, but it turns out I forgot about the one I put in the fridge. And then today I was going to go get more coffee. I said, I got one in the fridge.
Is the ice isn't still there, right?
No, it was, yeah.
It's wow. That's
Yeah,
that's
I mean,
cold
it
fridge.
probably, I didn't look at the cubes before they went in. I'm sure they're smaller.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Do you have a splint on your wrist, Jeff?
I have something on my wrist, yeah, but it's not a splint. No.
What is it?
It's to soak up blood.
Ugh. Why?
So I have psoriasis there, and I scratched it up, and I don't want to bleed everywhere. Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. That's getting cut.
It looks great.
Thank you. Oh my God, thank you.
Why is that getting cut?
It's gold. It's gold. It's gold.
Jeff, I wish I had psoriasis so that I could pretend that I had a thing on my wrist to soak up blood when in fact we all know you injured your wrist jerking off so much because you're home from work. Come on. It's fine. You're among friends here.
Yeah.
Listen, I've got technique down from years, so I think I can handle it without hurting my wrist.
Whenever I hurt my wrist jerking off, I gotta say a bunch of lies.
What's your go-to?
I don't. If I tell you, then you'll know.
Anytime Sean texts you to do a podcast, you know he hurt himself jerking off and he needs to
Gotta fill
needs to get-
fill the time somehow.
get the
That
spin
almost-
media going.
All right. Hey, welcome to the Heads Up podcast with Jeff and Sean. I'm Jeff.
I'm Sean. That was our witty banter intro. Yeah, I know you like the witty banter intro, but what we just did before you get to this point was the witty banter intro.
I'm pretty sure it's signature banter.
Oh, excuse
And,
me. All right.
We also have Bret with us today. Hello, Bret.
Hi. Hi.
We're gonna do 3 things on this podcast, Bret. I'm sure you're well aware. Okay. We're gonna talk about some candy stuff. We're gonna franchise a movie. But first, we had to talk about animals.
Well, now it's time to get online through our internet service provider. It'll be cool. Here we go.
And that's when your sound effect goes in.
Right.
I love it.
I don't know the sound effects. I don't listen to the podcast.
It's like bam, 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 and then it's roar. I think, right?
Yeah, it's like a horse, but
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
a horse.
yeah, that sounded like a horse.
It's like a horse that was raised by lions.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah. Is there a penguin involved, or am I just making that up?
In that sound effect, not that I'm aware of.
what does a penguin sound like?
Wah, 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 wah. I think.
Wow.
And they just do that part of Jingle Bells. They don't keep going with it.
Yeah. Well, because
They're
are
wintry
they the
animals.
South Pole or the North Pole? I think they got fired by Santa a long time ago, but they did because they're dressed in little tuxedos, they used to be lounge singers. So they came up with Jingle Bells. There's been a lengthy lawsuit. If you look it up, it's there.
How many lounges do you think Santa has? Because there's a lot of penguins in the world.
That guy drinks.
Yeah.
Okay.
He works 1 day a year. What do you think he's doing the rest of the time? And that gut? That ain't Pilates gut.
He's got a whole compound up there. What is they refer to it as? Is it just Santa's workshop? But that's just like one building there, right?
I don't know. I've never been.
Is it a domain, a kingdom?
I mean, I don't think he works in the workshop.
You don't think he goes in there drunkenly occasionally, just yelling at them for their shoddy work?
For sure.
You know,
Yeah.
like any good manager would do.
I hope it's a domain.
Yeah.
Santa rules over the domain of Christmas sounds pretty hardcore.
Brett, how do you learn so much about animals while keeping your room so tidy? I mean, look at how nicely you've made that bed.
Oh, you see that bed?
Yeah.
You see the bed? Yeah, we got him.
We weren't recording during that, but Brett hastily made his bed.
Yeah, I didn't want you to razz the whole episode because I had an untidy bed.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we
Brett, what do you know-
we saved this really great conversation for the podcast. We just had to
It's
revisit
pretty
it.
good.
Yeah.
Viewers are hungry for this sort of stuff.
Are they? I wonder.
Viewers, listen to me.
Listeners.
Coming from
Yeah.
the TV world.
Dang.
Oh, it's too fun.
Brett, what do you know about vampire bats?
Oh,
Did not want to do bats.
Indiana Jones. I think about them when I think of Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Remember that scene in the beginning where the guy who plays Dr. Octopus later on, he wasn't Dr. Octopus then.
Alfred Molina. Yeah.
Yep. Wow. You knew that?
Yeah.
Ah, that's amazing. When they're like going through and you see the bats all flying above the jungle.
Yeah.
I think
You
about vampire bats when I look at those bats. I don't know if they're vampire bats. I just assume.
All right. Okay. Okay. Sean, what do you know about vampire bats?
I don't know. I gotta, hold on. Just gotta take some aspirin. Just anticipating, you know? Good
It's
to,
regret Aspen.
good to get out ahead of it.
I don't associate vampire bats with Dracula. I associate the little, like, house bat or whatever they're
Okay.
called. Yeah.
All right.
Why?
Because I don't think a vampire bat's sucking on my neck, but those little bats, those are spooky. Even though they're probably less dangerous.
Yeah, they might bite you, but they're not sucking your blood like a vampire bat.
No.
I'll look it up. You see the trailer for Mobius
I did.
with the Joker?
No?
Yeah. 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 It looks fine.
The guy, he becomes a vampire, Brett.
Oh, it's the guy, Jared Leto.
Yeah, it's the Joker.
Because of
wait.
vampires, so he can fight Spider-Man.
I don't know. I didn't pay that close. He
That's
gets
a Marvel character?
Mobius? Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like a vampire. It's like
He's a stripper? Because isn't that, they say the Mobius strip?
oh,
They
boy.
do.
That's,
They,
yikes. I think I get some acetaminophen here, too. I'll have to pop a couple of those in a minute.
Wah, 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 wah.
Please leave the sound effects to Jeff. He's killing it. I think we can all agree.
I love his sound effects.
I wish I could hear them.
yeah.
He has the animal kingdom down.
Yeah.
They drink blood.
animals.
Do they drink blood?
They do drink blood. They're one of the few species that drink blood.
Whoa. What are some of the other species? Leeches,
Mosquitoes?
mosquitoes. It's like nasty bugs and then vampire bats.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Elephants. That's what the trunks are for.
Yeah. Does drinking blood?
Yeah.
I think we found one improvement already.
To elephants or to bats?
There's a few different species of them.
I think there's only
they have-
3. They feast solely on blood. That's what Wikipedia is telling me right now.
Yeah.
Hey, the common the common vampire bat. His scientific name is Desmodus rotundus.
So they're fat.
Fat Desmonds. that's somebody saw those bats and was that's what's up, Fat Desmond?
Jeff and I's family name, well, one of them is Desmond.
Yeah.
Really?
Our grandfather's was Desmond. Skinny
Yeah.
guy, though.
Oh.
But, no, our great-grandfather. Skinny guy. But it was a leaner time. I'm sure if he'd been born now, plump.
Rotund even.
Rotund. Okay, so we're related to the vampire bat, which is going to skew our opinions. So,
Yeah.
Sean, you should keep us honest.
I'll try, but I am quite rotund myself, so I'm feeling some affiliation with these little guys.
Come on, they work hard, all right? They've had a bad run.
And I do have a powerful trunk that I use to snort blood, just like the noble vampire bat. Mm-hmm. What did you actually want to tell us about them, Jeff?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I just picked them, just so we could learn. I mean, they've got thermal receptors on their nose, which aid them in trying to find out where blood flows close to the skin of its prey. It's disgusting.
Sound gross.
Yeah. I saw a news story that described 2 vampire bats French kissing to transfer blood to one another, but I had to stop reading it.
Yeah. Real goth types.
Yeah, it's pretty disgusting. Pretty disgusting. I mean,
Are they the ones that suck cow blood at night?
That's the chupacabra.
Sure.
Totally different animal.
Yeah.
Oh, man. While other bats have almost lost the ability to maneuver on land, vampire bats can walk, jump, and even run by using a unique bounding gait.
That is disturbing.
So they can just fucking run at you, too.
That's so scary.
They got little vampire fangs.
Dang, yeah, they do right in the front. Not like undead human vampires where it's on the side. These are right in the front. These are like buck teeth.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say,
Yeah.
like, what you think their fucking molars are really sharp? Like they.
Okay, this article says vampire bats establish friendships by sharing regurgitated blood with their neighbors in a kind of horrifying French kiss.
Tight. Yeah, that's super goth.
The article uses the adjective horrifying.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
These science perverts really have to draw a line, don't they?
Well, if they're spitting blood into each other's mouths, then the vampire bats probably aren't getting it on, which is what this pervert scientist wanted.
Right.
It's kind
Are
of like,
their vampire teeth little straws?
I would assume so.
Or they
Maybe
lap it up?
That's a great question.
Do they puncture and lap, or is it a puncture suck with the same teeth?
How do you suck with your teeth?
Like if the teeth are little straws.
Right, I
Like
understand
reverse-
that, but what,
Like reverse venomous snake fangs.
Yeah, exactly.
Instead
Thank
of
you, Jeff.
squeezing it out, they
You
suck it in.
rotund Desmond.
Oh. Yeah, you think it would tell us very easily.
Because mosquitoes
this
suck with the
article.
same thing they bite with,
that's but that's
Yeah,
like
it's like a straw.
it's
I
a,
assume.
it's a proboscis, and I don't. Yeah, like they have like muscles and stuff up on the other end to like pull stuff in. I don't know how you would do that with a tooth in a mammal.
Right. Maybe that's something we fix.
Maybe that's you gotta don't you just like Jeff. You keep want to jump ahead, but we gotta get through this stuff. I don't even know how these things reproduce yet, and that's key.
That is key, especially they hang out upside down. How do they even do it upside down?
Resident males mate with the females in their harems, and it is less common for outside males to copulate with the females. Okay. So.
Back to Brett's question. They puncture the skin and they lap up the blood as it oozes out. Yeah,
So what do they need fangs for then? I mean,
to tear at the skin where the blood comes out.
but I
They also
mean,
have a
any tooth can puncture skin, right?
I mean, if you try hard enough, you want to. They want to go as unnoticed as possible. You know what I mean? So sharper tooth is gonna.
With ridiculous teeth, they want to go unnoticed.
You just want us to talk about our sponsor, that Invisalign thing where you shove plastic on your mouth and it jerks your teeth around.
Yep.
It's gross. No, I'm just kidding. It's fine.
Yeah, you have plastic in your mouth, just pushing your teeth, bossing them around.
Yeah. No, I'm sorry. Now I need to talk about this stuff now. If that fixes your teeth, what are dentists getting paid so much for?
Maybe they're making the molds, or they're they are they're preventing
the gum disease gingivitis.
They're specifically to fight gingivitis. Yeah, plaque. I don't think those aligners are going to help you fight plaque.
Okay, but I don't go to the dentist every time I need my teeth brushed. I just do that twice a day, and I floss. So it kind of feels like I'm a dentist.
Yeah, but you ever like...
You should be getting paid more.
Thank you.
It's like
Jeff,
cutting your own...
Hey, Sean.
All right. It's like, I don't know, it's like cutting your own hair, though, right? You can't really see it that well. You can kind of see it in a mirror, but...
I know a guy who cuts his own hair, and that guy is super cool, so...
Is that person you?
No. Of course not. I go to a barber, like a decent human being.
Just saying, every once in a while, I think it's good to have a third party in there,
Yeah,
to give it a
but
look, make sure everything's going okay.
Yeah, but that, like, if I need a tooth cleaning, the dentist doesn't do that. It's like a dental technician or whatever.
Yeah, dental hygienist.
Yeah, hygienist.
Yeah, and then the dentist comes in and goes, yeah, that seems about right.
And I love my dentist. She's fantastic, but
Sure.
Yeah, that's right. I go to a woman doctor. #feminism. I just
That you wish would get paid less.
I'm just curious. I don't know what she does.
Yeah.
I think maybe she should get paid less.
Yeah. I mean, as someone who gets cavities, the dentist does do a good amount of work in my mouth, but yeah, those checkups, he comes in, talks about what she did, and was like, I'll see you again in 6 months, and that's it.
How do you... Now, here's another thing, because what you just said was weird, Jeff. How do you, compliment your dentist? Like, great tooth work.
How do I compliment my dentist?
Right. Like, how do you let them know they did a good job?
I usually just agree with what they say and thank them after, and then...
Yeah, see, so their word just goes completely unchallenged, because nobody knows anything about what they do.
All right. I mean, I guess. All right, well, here's the thing, too. A lot of wild animals don't have dentists. And they're just fine. They're just fine.
They're just fine. They die so early.
Some animals live quite a long time in the wild and have their teeth.
Oh, wait, quickly, moving to animal dentistry for a second. My friend brought her cat into the vet because it was a rescue cat to find out how old it was, and the vet kind of dodged the question. It was like, well, if it was a horse, I could tell you down to the month.
Did they elaborate?
I guess he just wishes he was a horse vet.
He's probably got a horse he's looking to offload. He's taking his race.
You want to know how old your pet is? I got a horse in the back. $2,000, all yours.
So they can't tell how old a cat is?
They can guess, but if it was a horse, down to the month.
So and
if it's a cat, they say it could be 1, could be 5. I don't know.
And Jeff, how long does a vampire bat live to bring it all the way back around?
Oh, I don't know. I was still looking on this how it bites things.
That's okay. I'm looking at the life cycle stuff. Let me see.
All right. You know they have a chemical in their saliva that prevents the blood from clotting?
That makes sense.
It's pretty good.
Don't leeches do that too?
I believe so.
So far, this mammal doesn't really do anything that a gross bug can't do. So I'm not really that impressed so far.
How many other mammals fly, Sean, other than bats?
I don't know.
And how long did it take humans to figure it out?
Are you talking about... Do you mean like individual creatures? Because like billions of individual other creatures fly.
I'm not talking about the squirrels that just glide after jumping, okay? I'm talking about flying, taking off and flying.
I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, I've never taken a survey.
You don't know.
I'm just not that impressed. I'm sorry. I'm just not.
You're not impressed by the power of flight. That's crazy. That's
A flying squirrel says they fly, but
Yeah.
they more glide.
Yeah.
But if we gave, because it sounds like, and I don't want to put words in your mouth, Sean, it sounds like we're looking to scrap this bat thing completely. So maybe we give the wings of the bat to the flying squirrel because they're cuter.
Well, we don't really mix and match here, Brett, and we'll get to that point in a minute. We just take away and then add.
At what point do the animals go on an island?
That's the movie section. That's the
Yeah.
Okay, so that's coming?
Definitely.
that's coming.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think Sean's still dodging the question of how many other mammals he can think of that fly. There are some birds, Sean, that don't fly, and this bat's out here flying.
Okay, but this bat also like walks and runs. So, is he really flying?
Jack.
I don't know.
He does it all.
Does he have those creepy, like, he has 3 little fingers and then his, like, thumb is super far away at the end of his wing?
I don't know.
Or
it
her.
does look.
There.
It does look like it has one of those at the end, like a little claw.
Now that's creepy, and I think we can all agree.
It comes in handy, traction for running.
That's
It's got to hang
funny.
on the back of somebody.
But what if you had 3 little fingers on your shoulder and then just a thumb at the end of your hand where your pinky was?
But you could fly. What do you think now, Jeff? You jump at the chance because you think flying's so fucking great.
Mm-hmm.
All right, 9 out of 10 people would choose flying as a superpower. I'm just
And
saying, okay.
and you know what your wing is? It's not feathers. It's like gross skin that bleeds and you have Band-Aids on it.
And I don't care how many people would choose flying because most people are stupid.
What's your superpower, Sean? You get one.
And if anything has taught us anything about this current situation, Jeff, is that maybe we should all be flying a little less.
You can't do that for yourself. I'm sorry. Guys, we got to get through vampire bats because I don't want this podcast to take forever because I would rather be doing literally anything else.
Right, good point.
They share food, and there's some evidence that they can give preferential treatment to their relatives.
I like that.
But
I like that.
if you take, so I guess what they did was they took some bats and like added them to a colony, but the bats they added were kind of starving, and it doesn't say if the scientists did that deliberately. But the bats that belonged to the colony that these other bats were added to, they like initiated the food sharing. They like saw the other bat was starving, and they were like, "Have some food, buddy." So that's cool.
Yeah.
I like that better than flying. I guess my superpower that I'd choose would be sharing and caring. I just fucking slam dunked on you, Jeff. So I did it so hard you fell backwards onto the court, scraped your elbows, and you're crying like a baby. Coach has to take you out, and you have to sit out the rest of the game. That's how hard I dunked on you. They only hunt when it's dark.
Fully dark, yeah.
Yeah, they see with like thermosensation. They can detect infrared radiation. That doesn't really interest me either. I can put on a pair of goggles to do that.
Are they echolocators?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's like a dolphin.
Although, thanks, Brett. Although rare, infection of humans by rabies from vampire bats bites has been documented.
Everything they do, another animal does. Like you say rabies, I think raccoons. You say echolocation, I go dolphins.
Flying, you say birds.
You go flying, I say Jeff with his weird little thummy hand.
This, I'm gonna be honest. This Wikipedia page is shockingly light on the gross pervert sex aspect.
Yeah. I assume they just do it like most mammals.
Why don't you elaborate? Because they hang upside down and they fly, so it's got to be a fucking thrill ride, right?
You think they're doing it midair?
I think they could, since flying's so great.
A female vampire bat weighs about 40 grams and can consume over 20 grams of blood in a 20-minute feed.
I don't know what a gram is. Say pounds. Put in pounds. I'm an American.
How about this? 20 grams is 1 fluid ounce.
That kind of helps. It's not really that much, though.
No, but they're not that big. These look like small little bats.
All right, can we just fix them then? Doesn't seem like there's much to them. They're not that great.
Yeah. They're very simple creatures, but I think they do a lot. I mean, let's fix them.
Do they use the blood to make eggs?
No.
You know how mosquitoes make eggs?
Nope.
All right. Well, I know what I'm starting with. But let's do it.
All right. Let's spit in God's eye.
And then it's...
Yeah, that is it. That is. I don't even have to put it in now.
Yeah. I'm a big fan of the pod.
Yeah.
You guys have a third listener that I know of. Do you know that?
No, we don't.
I saw a comment from someone that wasn't Holly or I, and I was thinking, who's this?
That was probably someone from like the early days when Jeff was really hard promoting it.
It was recently.
Doubt
it was
it.
within the last 2 episodes, which I
Yeah.
guess was like 6 months ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we have a listener who bought some merch, and then when I took it from their story and put it on the heads up feed, was like, why didn't you at me? Why didn't you tag me in that post?
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so like a real
they're out there.
a real fame whore.
Just saying they're out there. Okay, they're out there, and I'm offending them. All right.
Yeah. Okay.
Sean, what would you change about the vampire bat here?
It can't fly anymore because flying's stupid, and it can already run and walk and sprint and stuff. So
Okay. I kind of like that. I mean, I was going to say maybe it's not a mammal, so we take the hair off, but I don't know.
to
So
to
maybe
make
not.
it smooth for you, like what? What is that? What is
No.
what function does that serve?
We
can
take
have
the hair off,
feathers.
but I get to shave each one.
It can have feathers or something, I don't know, but just weird.
Okay, it can have feathers. That's fine. What if it used the feathers for camouflage?
Yeah.
So it can hide in tall grasses because it can't fly anymore. Stupid dipshit bat.
Yeah, it just runs really. We don't make it any bigger or any longer legs or anything. We make it the same size.
Yeah.
Just running through tall grass.
Yeah.
It's also a branding issue. We got to get rid of vampire off the name. It's like now it's a keto bat.
I don't know about that.
People are afraid of vampires. They don't like it. You know, you hear vampire bat, you think, I don't want that thing around me. But you hear keto bat, you think, maybe it's got some good tips.
Yeah.
All right, I don't want to fight it too hard, so that's fine.
Let's
It's
talk
gonna
about
be-
these straw teeth.
Yeah, because lapping blood is just not efficient. I don't think you want to suck it right out. I bet if you made those things not high-powered straws, get that fluid ounce way quicker.
I think that's a good idea, because I think probably we've given a powerful suck mouth to too many animals. It's just going to be a nightmare world, so I think giving it little straw teeth is probably good. It keeps its regular mouth
Yeah.
for screaming or whatever it does with it.
Yeah, it's running around on the ground, still blind. It's still blind. We're not giving it sight.
Oh, no, I think it should still use its heat sensor or whatever.
Echolocation and thermosensor. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Can we get those thumbs a little closer to the other fingers?
What do you put on the end of the wing?
It's got like it's got little stilts, so it can reach things it could when it flew. Little
Alright.
stilts.
What if we make them pogo sticks so they can jump higher? Because we have to get on the
Perfect.
back of bigger animals. Yeah,
Yep, I love
natural springs.
I like that too, actually.
that. And then we can do our own brand of bat stick, and it's pogo sticks.
Yeah.
All right. I mean, we're trying to spit in God's eye, not the capitalist pig's eye. Like,
Well, all right,
don't think about branding opportunities right away. Just fix the animal.
got it.
Cold. That's cold, man. We're not making into a joke so that we can profit off of it.
Fair enough.
Do they still live in caves and stuff?
Yeah, they
Now
still
that they're
hang upside down
hairless
on
and they don't
caves.
fly?
That's how they have
Have you-
sex, hanging upside down on caves. That's the only way they can do it.
It's the only way their penis comes out of their body is.
But they have to. I didn't want to get that specific, but they have to climb the wall of the cave. Or I guess use the pogo stick legs to jump up to.
Which is hilarious because they make spring noises.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, of course. It's really cartoony,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and that's why.
Also,
Yeah.
let's give them toilets.
I don't know about that actually.
Because they're
You let
like
it-
pooping on the ground, and then sometimes they fall into it.
I mean, you give them the gift of plumbing. You know how to do it.
Yeah.
They're gonna learn other things, and it's gonna be too dangerous.
Yeah, we keep plumbing away from animals for a reason, Brad. You'll get there someday, kid.
Well, can we have them at least poop in Tupperware?
Well,
I mean, if you give them Tupperware, you're on the same path as plumbing, okay?
I think what you're worried about is, I guess they'll still shit in these caves and they'll drop somewhere. But most of the time when they're out and about in the world, unless you're spelunking in caves, you're not getting shit on by a bat, okay? Its shit is landing on the ground right next to it.
No, I'm not
It's
worried
still
about
doing
me getting in the shit. I'm worried about them falling in the shit and beetles eating them.
it for their own safety.
For their own safety. Plus, aren't people always like, oh, this coffee's got bat shit in it. It's really good.
Yeah, this coffee's bat shit in it.
So maybe they poop in little coffee bags.
Yeah, I mean, it is.
I don't know.
It might be dangerous, though. I think you're right, because they're hanging upside down in the caves, shitting on the ground. They're then jumping down into that shit and walking out of the cave. So,
It's nasty.
so they've at least got to figure out designated places to shit.
Yeah.
Well, okay, but I think the piles of shit help break their fall, right? Like, it softens...
It's cushioning.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's
what
just
if we make their shit different?
interesting. Please say more.
Make it like rubber balls.
Yeah. Like it's less nasty.
Yeah.
Well, I think... How does that work? They're blood drinkers.
Yeah, it's gonna look like you just ate like a beet salad on the ground.
All right. We didn't get into a lot of their downstairs there, but I think they should have cloacas.
Oh, this
Yeah.
guy and his Chloe get that.
They're just pooping and shitting the same time, and
And doing it in the same thing, so... I mean, it just sounds like you want to give them feathers of cloaca, and we might as well just give them beaks, too, right? And just call them fucking birds.
well, they don't fly.
You're going too... Not all birds fly, Jeff! You're overcorrecting.
Fine. Don't call it a cloaca, but I want poop and pee to come out at the same time.
Okay. Okay. I think you've done this segment too long. We're gonna have to change the segment. You're too into it
steered
now.
us down a dark path.
It's just...
But yeah, no, they're better now. They're communal animals. They figure out a spot in a cave to pee and poop.
Can we give them little voices? Like, oh, I'm a bat. Did you drink the blood? And it's just a bunch of those like tiny little voices.
What?
Don't poop over there. We have a special room for pooping.
You want to give them do you want to give them language and toilets? It's so dangerous.
I know.
It's so
Brett's trying to reinvent humans, and you're trying to reinvent birds. You guys are stressing too much. Just let it flow.
I mean, maybe its mating call can sound something like that.
And why? I mean, yeah, maybe that mating call definitely does sound like Woody Allen in one of his gross pervert movies, because he's a gross pervert. But actually, that's how they. It's a good idea. That's how they keep the cave safe. Like other animals come by and they hear Woody Allen and they go, "Oh, I don't want to be around him. Get the fuck out of here."
Jesus Christ! Oh my God! Yeah. All right. I think I like that. I think they're. I think we've improved them by a lot.
Can't fly, pogo sticks, sex upside down in the cave,
Close
Straw.
thumbs. Very close thumbs.
close thumbs.
Very
Yeah,
close.
all right.
Straw teeth.
Straw teeth with feathers that help them hide in the tall grass. No plumbing, but they have a place to poop and pee out of the same hole.
Yep. Thank you.
Yeah.
It's going to be a lot. That'll help with the coffee, actually, because then I'll probably just make kind of like a runoff.
Yeah.
Cold brew, kind of, depending on where they live.
Yeah. We'll call them cold brew bats. They're
I
not
love it.
instead of vampire bat. They're cold brew. Oh yeah, I saw a couple cold brews flying into the cave there.
That's even better than keto bat.
Done. We're done with bats. We fixed them.
Okay.
Well, vampire
All right.
bats. I think other bats have other problems, but gross
Yeah.
vampire bats, they're fixed.
I don't know. It'll happen for other bats, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm
Fruit
cold brew man. I fight crime in Gotham.
And boy, is it runny.
Now I don't know how we
next?
start. I don't know how we start the movie
next?
franchising section, but
What's next? Do the next part.
yep. You guys remember Groundhog's Day? Groundhog Day. I'm sorry.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. How would we just squeeze all the money out of that?
Was who played Cabin Boy? Was Cabin Boy in that?
Chris Elliott was in there. Yeah. He was the camera guy.
You guys see Cabin Boy?
No.
Not in a long time.
Yeah, I haven't seen it in years. Wonder how it holds up. I don't know. He's the cabin boy on the ship, but he doesn't do a very good job. Is from what I remember. That's the
premise.
That's the premise. In case
Okay.
anybody wants to go see Cabin Boy.
In case anybody's interested in seeing Cabin Boy again.
When did Cabin Boy come out? Cabin Boy, 94. Wow.
Wow. Dang. That was
Yeah.
a year after Groundhog Day.
Look at that.
Dang.
Groundhog Day was in the 90s?
Oh.
Yeah, 93.
93.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
We all knew that.
We all have this knowledge.
Yeah, I mean,
Um,
if you've heard the podcast, you know I'm just about neck and neck with Jeff when it comes to understanding pop culture references. So,
Should, Brett, sing that song that you were singing. See if Sean knows it.
I don't think you guys can afford it.
yeah, I was gonna say it doesn't matter what it is, we definitely can't. I think we're gonna get hammered really hard on Jingle Bells.
I know, yeah.
Someone owns that, and they're not happy that you did it.
Penguins.
Shame. Shame.
So
Well,
I mean,
Santa, officially.
I guess
You need me to recap this for you, this movie, Sean? You remember how
Groundhog
it
Day
goes?
is the same day. It's really easy to remember because the same day keeps happening for like an hour and a half.
Yeah.
So, and it's because he loves the lady who I think is also a famous archer.
Andy McDowell?
I don't know her fucking name. If I knew her name, I would have said her name.
Well, that's who's in this movie.
Is she a famous
believe-
archer?
I don't know. I don't think so. I
I'm
mean,
thinking
I
about
could look it up.
Legolas.
But yeah, I mean, he starts reliving the same day. I don't think he's in love with Andy McDowell at first. He does eventually try to sleep with her because he does do that with some other women, and then he tries it with her and it doesn't work. He got really close once, and then he kept trying and trying. Then eventually he does it, and that's what ends his Groundhog Day.
I caught none of that. I'm trying to figure out who this actress I'm thinking of is.
Who this famous archer actress?
Yeah.
Like, she is a famous archer, or she plays a famous archer?
Yeah, are you thinking of the Hunger Games?
Not the Hunger Games. I know who that lady is. She also.
Are you thinking of Anne Archer?
No, I'm not thinking of.
She's an
Anne.
American actress.
Yeah, I saw. That also popped up for me, Jeff, when I googled actress Archer. Okay. You think I don't know what the fuck you're talking about? The fuck out of here.
Oh shit.
Gina Davis. God, how do you guys not know that? I don't know.
She's a famous archer?
She took up archery at 41 and landed in the U.S. Olympic trials just before the 2000 Games in Sydney.
That doesn't make her a famous archer. She's a famous actress.
Oh, Jeff, I'm sorry. Have you taken up archery at age 41 and landed in the U.S. Olympic trials?
Not yet.
And then did some fat dipshit realize that you were also a famous actress and an archer? I think that qualifies as famous archer.
All right. I'm
I'm
just...
gonna have to go with Sean on this one.
Thank you.
Rotund Desmond.
Okay, what are we doing? It's Groundhog Day.
Yeah. We're making a whole movie universe out of Groundhog Day.
Is it all the same day? Is it just a bunch of different movies? Like the same day keeps happening and people just don't know why.
It can be a thing where Bill Murray gets more famous and leaves the local news station he's at, and the next weatherman has to cover Groundhog Day there, and the same thing happens to him. It can be different holidays happening to Bill Murray or other people. It could be a whole bunch of stuff.
See, I was thinking someone who was like, they had a really great day, right? But then Bill Murray had to live the same day over, so everyone had to live the same. And this guy's days just keep steadily getting worse.
Yeah.
But the whole day isn't about him improving, so there's not really anything that he can do about it.
Yeah. Or how about, because did they ever really leave that town at the end of Groundhog Day? I don't think so. So what if the day just kept repeating for that town, and he was there years. I mean, he learned guitar, ice sculpting, all kinds of shit. Let's say he's there over a year. They leave that town. Everywhere else has been progressing normally. Their lives are in shambles. Everyone thought they were dead.
I mean, I feel like this event in that town would have been known about by now, right? If anybody who goes there lives the same day over and over until they leave.
Oh. Yeah, it
Well,
becomes like a Westworld situation where they're like, you want to get good at stuff? You want to like kill anyone you want? Go to this town.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go to is it Schenectady?
It's
Punxsutawney.
Punxsutawney, right?
Yeah.
Punxsutawney Phil. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, and you relive the same day over and over again until a girl who's really not that interested in you because of who you are sleeps with you, and then it's done. Then you can leave.
I think he sleeps with her, and it still keeps going. It's when he actually falls in love with her,
Yeah.
and he chooses not to sleep with her.
Well, she wouldn't sleep with him any of the times. He got close a few times, but they slept in the same bed. It's unclear. Maybe they did not do it, but the day she decides to sleep in the same bed, I believe, is when it ends. Yeah.
Do you ever feel like this whole segment is so Jeff can prove how much he knows about 90s and 80s movies?
I know for a fact that's what it is. That's the only reason he wants to do it. And it's like he picked me as an opponent for some reason. Which is basically like he's not even practicing on a practice dummy. Practice dummies know more about popular culture than I do.
It is impressive, though, Jeff. I know I have a pretty good memory, and the shit you remember is uncanny. And the fact that you could frame a podcast around it. Is it a witch, a wizard, a warlock? Who's doing this to the town?
Yeah. Did somebody wish on a monkey's paw?
Mm-hmm.
Is there a famous monkey from that town?
Is there a
Groundhog's
remote control?
paw? Oh.
Maybe the town was built over the graveyard that a one-handed monkey was buried in, and his hand is just out there granting wishes until it's returned to this grave. And Punxsutawney Phil lives in that graveyard. That's where his little burrow goes. He's wishing on the other hand.
I see. What other holidays would be interesting to repeat every day?
None. Was Groundhog Day particularly an interesting holiday to repeat? I don't think so.
It did give an opportunity for that scene where they're like driving and he's talking side of your eye. Yeah, I know the movie too, Jeff.
What about like a Veterans Day with a Will Arnett or something? You know?
Oh yeah, Will Arnett.
It's funny to make fun of our veterans.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Did they make fun of groundhogs in this? No. Okay.
Bill Murray kind of does, doesn't he? Calls a little rat.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they eventually,
Actually,
You
yeah,
want
the
to
day.
call our
respect.
service people little rats, Jeff?
I mean, once he garnered a respect for the holiday and the town in general, that's when that curse was broken. I mean,
But then if you do Veterans Day, that's gonna be so like over the top. Like he's got to
We're
respect.
not going to be able to get Dwayne The Rock Johnson in there.
Why, you think he's busy filming another Fast and Furious movie? Come on, man. Those things take like a month to film. He's free.
No, I'm just saying we can't afford him.
but he will do a lot of movies though. All right. What about because Groundhog Day is weather related, and Bill Murray was a weatherman, right?
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I thought he was there to report on the fucking rat thing. Groundhog.
He was as the weatherman, talking about winter.
Oh.
Yeah.
So what did the woman? What was she there for? I don't remember what her profession or name is.
She was the new producer for that station for those bits. Her name
Oh,
was
okay.
Rita.
How new?
Bill Murray hadn't worked with her.
Why you want to dock her pay, Sean?
No, I'm sure there's not a
Yeah.
piece of plastic that could do her job, so it's fine. So hold on, let me get this straight then. The point of the movie is that Bill Murray has to relive this day over and over and over until he realizes the only way to escape is to fall in love with a woman who he's working with for the first time.
Yeah.
And she's only met him that day. To her.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
what the fuck?
Yeah.
That's insane. Like, if they had worked together for a while and then it was like, you know, he was, I don't know, chasing Chris Elliott or whatever,
Yeah.
the star of Cabin Boy, that would come out the year after, which we all know, Groundhog Day.
Pretty fierce little role, and there's something about Mary, too.
I've never seen that.
Wow.
Well, I don't watch bad movies, Jeff, so.
Brett,
The
I think
Ben-
we
that's
saw
the
that
Ben
in the
Stiller
theater
movie?
together.
It's the Ben Stiller.
Yes.
What?
Yep.
No, what'd you say, Jeff?
I think Brett and I saw There's Something About Mary in the theater together.
Oh, cute.
Yeah.
I forgot what I was talking about.
So the first time
I mean, I'm just gonna be honest with you.
first time he meets this woman, starts working with her, he has to get her to fall in love with him.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's
Yeah.
crazy. That's crazy. That's
So
crazy.
we changed the parameters of the spell, and now it's you have to have like healthy boundaries with your coworkers, and like
Yeah, does the spell get woke in 2020? You know what I mean?
It feels like that's Bill Murray going into the situation, though. He was like, let's get this segment done and go home because I'm on the clock. I don't want to be in this town anymore. I prefer where I live, which is why I live there.
Yeah.
And then she's like, oh, you don't have to be so mean about it. And he's like, then they do the segment and then they all go home. Like, there's no curse, I guess, in that case.
yeah. Oh, so maybe the wizard, witch, or warlock is a creep
Yeah.
who like
Maybe
watches
it's-
too many romantic movies.
Maybe it's the lady that runs that bed and breakfast that he stays at.
Yeah.
You know?
She adds up the
Yeah.
days. She still has to pay. It's the same day over and over, but I feel like if she's after money, though, there's easier ways to get it.
I mean, you know, you gotta work with what you got. You know, she's hustling, Sean.
I guess. But I mean, if you have time repeating powers, you probably could hustle better. Maybe she could learn how to give herself wings and fly. Clearly the best power, right, Jeff?
Yeah.
Then she'd be rolling in it.
Maybe the alarm clock was the cursed item. You know. So maybe that bed and breakfast goes under, and they sell all those assets.
Oh,
right?
perfect. Yes. I love
Yeah.
that. Cursed alarm
And then-
clock.
Yeah.
It's just
But
like
who-
the clock from somebody's old time machine.
Yeah. So someone ends up with this cursed alarm clock that makes them repeat every day until they have
Oh.
sex with Annie McDowell's character.
I love this. But it's been, what, 30 years? Almost like 27 years?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is great.
Yeah. They dust it off out of an old antique shop.
Oh my
You know.
Jeff, how about this, right?
Okay.
It's the clock stolen from an old DeLorean. There you've got your lead out with your lead in.
Yeah. Okay.
What if Andy McDowell dies? This is actually a dark path. I retract that statement.
Annie McDowell dies in real life or in this movie?
No,
or-
the character.
And who's playing the character of Andy McDowell? So, but then who gets the clock, right? The old lady
Yeah.
dies. Andy McDowell dodges a bullet.
Yep.
No. Bill Murray pushes her out of the way of a bullet, and the bullet hits the old woman. And the hotel has to close down. And he knew that was going to happen. That's how he gets out. We'll change the end of the film a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? That gave me a good idea, though, right? Okay,
go
end of
for
the
it.
movie.
Yeah.
Bill Murray takes that alarm clock as a keepsake, right? And he uses it to wake up the day of his bachelor party. And so his friends plan a bachelor party, but he keeps repeating that bachelor party every day until, I don't know, they kill a hooker or something.
And
let's put that idea on ice for a second.
yeah, well, you tell us the good idea you had earlier. Let's just jump straight to the good one. It's okay if you do that. We don't have to hear everything.
Yeah, let's burn it. Let's burn a couple bad ones. I like it. All right. Well, what if we do that cool segment where Bill Murray's like, "Oh, what am I going to need this old clock for?" And he kind of throws
Bill
it,
Murray.
and then it hits the gutter, and then it bounces, and it gets into like a basket on a bicycle, and then it falls off, and it gets on a truck, and it moves and moves and moves, and then it lands in like Indiana or something. And then it gets picked up by our new cast of characters, so we can get rid of Annie Lennox and the whole crew.
Yeah.
No more archery or anything. And then we start with a new cast who can be whoever you want.
And to do this, the clock has to bounce into a bicycle basket and then onto a train.
Yeah, and it's gonna hit like a floating piece of moss going down a river. It's a cool scene.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
In the beginning of the next movie, Finn Wolfhard picks it up. Or Finn Wolfhard. You know?
I don't know that reference.
Yeah, I don't either.
Stranger Things.
Oh, I only watched the first
Plays
season.
Will.
Gave up.
Yeah. He's in the new Ghostbusters.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that, like, really scrawny, anemic kid?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't like him.
Yeah. Wow. You dislike a child.
Yeah.
Okay,
Does this
all right.
does this feel off-brand from me?
Real mature. What did he ever do to you, Sean, okay?
He acted bad in shows I watch.
Oh, yeah, you finished Stranger Things, is that right? Or did you stop halfway through?
Well, I
season
mean, there's
3?
one more season, right?
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Yeah, so I haven't finished it per se. I watched all however many there were.
Yeah.
Like, it's getting steadily worse. It's getting really bad.
Yeah.
Terrible. What did Cabin Boy write the last season? I forget if his writing talent is a plot point in Cabin Boy, but I imagine it is.
That's a callback.
When the clock is bouncing around, Brett, can it bounce off of a ship? And we see Chris Elliott?
100%, yeah. And also
Yeah.
there should be an animated squirrel at some point.
Yeah, definitely.
Because it lands in like the squirrel hole in the tree, and it thinks it's like an acorn, and it shakes it, and
Yeah.
throws it down.
And then it lands on a ship that docks on an island 120 miles.
Yeah.
East
Is
of-
the
Oh,
new bar.
we don't want to end this segment yet.
Don't we?
Oh, maybe it could be a cool villain origin story. Like someone's a really good person, and then they live the same day so many times, and it's always bad. They just go crazy and become the Joker.
Okay. So like the idea I had earlier.
Yeah, but I wasn't listening to that actively.
Or like the guy had a great day, and then he has to repeat it like everyone else, because Bill Murray has to repeat it, but his day keeps
Yeah.
getting worse instead of learning things.
That sounds a lot like the idea I just said.
Yeah, and then he finds out it was Bill Murray that broke that curse, and so he's out to get Bill Murray.
Right.
Oh, how about this? She finds out it's Bill Murray, and then she gets really good at archery
At 41.
at 41. Yes.
This whole movie is the origin story of how Gina Davis got good at archery.
Yes.
The Olympics at 41. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah. She had all that time. She finds the clock, and she spends a bunch of time learning archery. Takes her one day.
She doesn't rob banks. She doesn't do all that stuff Bill Murray does. I've
Yeah.
seen the movie, Jeff.
He robbed an armored truck.
Remember Forget About... No, wait. Trapped in Paradise with Nicolas Cage and John Lovitz and Dana
No.
Carvey? Yeah, we could go toe-to-toe on that one.
I can't believe that Jeff doesn't remember a John Lovitz film. I know. I can see a picture of him behind you, Jeff, up on your wall.
I'm
John
guessing
Lovitz?
several of those DVDs in the background are John Lovitz movies.
Yeah.
Wow.
City
I
Slickers
gotta-
1. No, he's only in City Slickers 2. You're right.
Also 94. Wow, Brent, this is a good year for you.
Yeah.
Damn. I gotta. Should I watch it? Is it worth watching?
It's amazing. Yeah.
It's got John Lovitz in it.
They're bank robbers, and Nicolas Cage is trying to turn his life around, and he falls in love.
Wow.
How long does it take him?
It's a series of days. It might be the same day. But it's right
Okay.
around Christmas. It's another holiday movie.
Can we do a holiday movie with this clock?
I'm sure we can. You know what? We find out that clock belonged to Santa Claus.
That's how
That's
he
how
does
he
it in
gets-
one night.
Yeah, that's right.
Genius.
Yeah.
It's always Christmas Eve, and this little kid is like, but when do I get to open my presents? And he never gets to open his presents, and then he becomes a villain, and he...
You're big on villain origin stories.
Yeah.
I feel like it's
Well,
just
that's
in
not right
nowadays, yeah.
Yeah. Then he walks down those steps in New York, dancing.
Yeah.
Did you see that movie, Jeff?
No, I didn't.
No, I
You
still-
convinced me it was terrible before it came out.
Yeah, I have a dark power, and I use it
Yeah.
only for evil.
Have you seen it?
No, of course I haven't. I'm not gonna. Why would I go
Okay.
watch that? The movie looks
I
terrible.
don't know. All right, so now it's a Christmas movie.
Mm-hmm.
And Santa Claus dies on Tim Allen's roof. And now Tim Allen has to be Santa Claus.
I like that. That sounds like a good one.
And he's bad at it. He's just a little bit too far to the right politically to be a good Santa Claus, you know?
Yeah,
No.
that naughty list expanded in bad directions.
When I was a kid, no one got me presents. I got my own presents. Hold myself up by my own bootstraps.
I'm putting these coal miners to work, giving all these libtards. It actually is a perfect fit for Santa to be right wing.
Yeah.
That's why he dresses in red.
I'm a job creator.
Wish we could put all the Tim Allens on an island. Pay money to go look at them.
Ooh.
I think he has that noise trademarked, so please don't do that again.
I think I also did Seinfeld.
Yeah. Was he on Seinfeld ever? I don't
know.
He missed it. He was in jail for coke during that time.
Can't blame a guy, you know?
Yeah.
Everybody likes to fly high. Right, Jeff?
Listen, flying's not my top superpower either, but I'm just saying it's popular. It's a
You've
popular
been defending it all day.
one. All
He
day.
loves those faraway thumbs.
I'm sorry. Groundhog Day was deemed the best film of 1993. The year that saw the release of Schindler's List.
And Ace Ventura, Pet Detective.
Of
Come on.
course.
I think that's wrong.
Wayne's
but go
World
ahead.
2, I think.
Yeah.
All right.
No,
guys.
that was 92.
I have to show off.
Well, 94 for Pet Detective. I'm so sorry. So yeah, maybe Groundhog Day was.
Did you hear Schindler's List?
No one wants to be bummed out. Okay.
All right. It's an important film, though, Jeff.
How important can it be? It's in black and white.
That's how you know it's important.
There's a person in red.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Oh, Jeff's just one of those you-know-what deniers.
No. Come on.
No, see that's what you and people like you do. Try to use humor to hide your real politics.
Come on.
And they try to cajole me into just admitting that it's okay.
I'm just saying, the Holocaust sounds so terrible. Like, so terrible that maybe somebody's embellishing it. Have you ever had a story last that long that wasn't embellished?
See now, Brett, we got him on audio. We can use that audio, and he said the word, not me. He said
I've got him on video, too.
he said the big H word, so you can't take that back.
Louise.
I'm just kidding. It was terrible. It's terrible.
Yeah, that sounds believable.
Yeah. He's talking about the movie now. He's talking about Schindler's List.
This user review says, my brother told me that some people say Groundhog Day is one of the most spiritual movies ever made.
How about this? Right? There's a big showdown with the archer lady who wants to kill... What's his name?
Phil? His name's Bill Murray.
Bill Murray. Or his woman, whose name I have also forgotten.
Annie McDowell.
Annie McDowell.
Playing Rita. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I'll remember their character names too, Jeff. That's definitely within my sphere of knowledge.
We are making movies, okay? You're going to have to remember our names.
And I'm really more of a, high-level production guy, so I don't think so.
Don't you love when movies give the character name the actor's name? It makes it so much easier.
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
I also think that the director probably thought the actor was dumb.
Well, probably they're sometimes right. So...
Yeah. They're holding casting couches, and they've read the script, and they're like, "Okay, all right, so we gotta find a Tim. Okay, let's see, Tim actors. Let's see,
Tim Allen. I don't know any other Tim actors. There's a big showdown in Punxsutawney, and she shoots an arrow, and this time Andy McDowell pushes Bill Murray out of the way, and the arrow hits the groundhog, and it dies.
But the groundhog is the only thing that's affected by time.
I don't know what that means.
Because Bill Murray's like, don't worry, he'll be back up tomorrow. That's how things work around here. And then she's like, oh, all right, that'll be great. I'll shoot my arrows. And then the next day happens, and the fucking groundhog's still dead. And then they're freaked out because they're like, oh, does my actions actually have consequences? Am I going to learn something at the end of this?
Yeah.
Also, this is extremely tangential, but who's the bigger hunk? JTT, Jonathan Taylor Thomas, or the middle Hanson brother? Go.
Who's
are we
Jonathan?
talking?
The middle son from... I'm doing middle sons. The middle son from Home Improvement.
Are we talking about in their prime?
Now.
Or are we talking about
Currently.
now.
Currently. I'm not saying which teenage boy you found most attractive.
I'd probably have to
Although
go with the
off
Middle
mic,
Hanson
I'd like to
brother,
know.
right? Yeah. It's got to be the Middle Hanson brothers still, right? Because I don't think JTT plays an instrument, and that may help.
No, well,
the
the
hunk.
Hanson brother doesn't really play an instrument either, to be fair, except his voice.
Are you sure?
Bop, you don't hear any music in that except the voices. It's a cappella. But I do agree with you, hunk.
Okay. I mean, JTT, he had it going for a while, right? But I haven't seen a recent picture
Then he
of it.
became 18. Sean, I've noticed you're quiet.
I'm just waiting for Jeff to admit that he doesn't prefer either of them because they don't have feathers in a cloaca.
I can't figure out the Middle Hanson brothers' name.
Is it Taylor?
I think it's Middle.
Maybe.
Middle Hanson.
Middle Hanson?
Yeah.
Which is bold
I don't
because you
know.
don't know at the time.
Yeah.
They knew.
What? Yeah, what?
Unless they're a triplet, you don't know that's going to be the middle one.
What?
I'm going to say Hanson. I'm going to say the Middle Hanson brother. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Hanson band. Let me see. Well, I always thought one of those kids kind of looked like he was wearing like a mask. Like he had like a mask face. It looked weird.
The oldest one was weird looking and looks like a neighbor you grew up with, Sean.
All right.
I think if you look at the picture, you'll know.
I'm trying to find. Oh yeah, kind of does.
Yeah, it's eerie.
Gross.
Irie. Yeah, I don't prefer either of these teenage boys. It's not really my wheelhouse. Sorry.
Sean, they're in their mid to late 30s now. Okay, it's fine. Well, they may be 40 now. But
All right. Well,
they're men.
and then they all.
Sean, this is going to look great on the deposition, by the way. You're golden.
This is gonna. I'm just not into. No. I've seen pictures of them now as adults. I'm not into... They'd have to be way more feminine for me to be into them. So, then all the groundhogs go onto an island, and people pay money to go see them. The end. Next segment.
I would make you go...
That's candy. I know. I don't remember what the candy sound is.
There isn't one, because Sean used to say no transitions.
I'm just letting you guys know that this segment is over. I actually used to say candy, no transitions, but
Right.
it became like a thing,
Yeah.
and I'm resisting that as much as possible. I don't like that.
I can do a spot-on Sean impression if you want me to do it, Jeff.
Oh, yeah, sure. I'll put it in every episode now.
Candy. No transitions, mate.
It's pretty good.
That's pretty spot on. Central Mass
Have you been-
accent.
I think there's a little bit too much Bill Murray in it, but
I think it's a compliment.
okay.
Yeah.
Your voice has always kind of sounded Bill Murray-esque to me.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what his... Maybe in Scrooged? It's kind of...
That's another great one.
It is.
88? What is it, Jeff? 88?
Scrooged? I don't know.
embarrassing yourself.
I'm gonna say that's still the '90s, but
That's got Bobcat Goldthwait.
Yeah. Great. 88.
1988.
Yes.
Damn.
The king has been dethroned.
Remember that scene when Bill Murray's pitching ideas for their holiday thing, and it's the carjacking on the highway? Ooh, that's a scary scene. That scene still gives me the EBGBs. I know that movie pretty well. I've only seen it probably 4 times.
This is like you came on the podcast and then pulled Jeff's pants down and you're giving him a bare bottom spanking. He's so humiliated. I can't believe I'm shocked he didn't know what year Scrooge came out.
I know. It's fine. Okay, we're in the candy segment now. Okay.
Brett's gonna send you on your way with your ruddy little cheeks clapping. Scuttle off to bed crying. He spanked you. He spanked you. What candy are you talking about?
Well, I wouldn't make you guys go out just for candy in these uncertain times.
I went
So
out yesterday to pick up an 18 rack of Pabst Blue Ribbon, so you could have just said a candy.
It's understandable.
So it's not something to laugh at, Jeff.
Scrooged or?
The uncertain times.
Yeah, you're right. No, you're right.
He's still laughing about it.
Still laughing. That's cool. All right,
Yeah.
you want to talk about your thing, your little thing. Let's do it.
I was going to talk about Easter baskets, because we're getting to that time of year.
Are
you
we?
know?
I have a question.
Yeah, I think so.
You are 36 or 37?
36 currently.
Do you still get an Easter basket?
I do not.
Okay.
Are you hinting that you want us to buy you Easter baskets?
Which is fine.
I am.
Okay.
Huh?
Because I miss all that stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, what makes up a good Easter basket, you think? I mean, you got to have the basket, you gotta have the grass.
The fake grass, the kind of iridescent green fake grass.
Mm.
It's got a lot. There's a lot of waste in the Easter basket.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, the plastic eggs.
Yeah.
Sometimes they have a $5 bill in them.
Sure. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You ever get loose candy in there?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, like M&M's,
Okay.
hard candies.
Yeah.
Did you guys, when you hunted for Easter eggs, wow. Really Christian-centric, I just realized, Jeff. Anyway, that's all right.
Yeah.
Based on your other comments, it makes sense. When you were hunting for Easter eggs with your siblings, were they labeled?
I don't really think we did eggs. I think they just hid candy around the house.
Really?
Yeah. I don't think they were in eggs.
We had me and my brothers each had our own labeled eggs, which was smart.
Yeah.
That is smart.
What happens if you found like a Ryan?
I was super good at finding the eggs, and I was also significantly younger, so I think I was more into it. I would always tip them off, and my parents would get mad.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oof. Oof. You ever find an egg days later after Halloween?
Yes. It's exciting.
Is it?
It is. I once found a note from the Easter Bunny and compared it to a note from Santa Claus. And I confronted my mother and I said, "Notice anything?" I was about 5 or 6 years old.
Wow.
And she thought she was caught. And I said, "The Easter Bunny and Santa Claus have the same handwriting." And then she apparently was getting very nervous, and then I leaned in and I was like, "I think Santa does the Easter Bunny's notes."
How old are you? Would you say?
I was 5 or 6.
Okay.
And then you unlocked her handcuffs and said, "You're free to go, ma'am."
I also asked my mom where the Easter Bunny lived, and then my mom called our grandmother and was very upset because she didn't know.
My mother once blamed my grandmother because she'd cut my ear with hair clippers because she said hair clippers don't cut skin. And I said, "But I am definitely bleeding."
Oh wait,
And,
our
she
grandmother
said-
or your grandmother?
Yes. No, our grandmother,
Yeah.
because she said that's what my grandmother told. That's what my mother told me, and I was like, well, she's a liar.
Jeez Louise.
But I never got any notes from the Easter Bunny or Santa Claus.
That's why.
Sean?
That's why I go to a barber. I don't. I don't remember. I don't think I had this same experience you guys did. The very distant memory of hunting for eggs like once, and I think what happened is my parents hid them probably overnight, and the dog got to most of them. They didn't think to like close the dog out of the living room or the side room or.
That was it.
That was pretty much it. Yeah.
Damn.
Don't.
I remember a story your mom told about when you went to see Bambi.
I think we've told that on the podcast
Oh yeah,
before.
yeah.
I don't know the story. I don't think.
Jeff, you should know this story. It's fantastic.
You want to tell it, Sean? It's your story.
Sure. Yeah. So when my brother and I were very young, my brother's 2 years older than me. My Jeff, quick, when did Bambi come out?
Well, this is going to be kind of a trick question because it came out a lot earlier than you think.
Yeah, I'm gonna say earlier than probably before you were born.
Yeah. 42.
Okay, thank you.
But I guess they've done screenings and stuff of it, and like this might have been, I don't remember where this was. I think it was somewhere in Boston where they did like kids events, but it was like a theater style place from what I remember of the story. And my mother took us to see Bambi, and we came out. And I guess my mom was like, "Oh, what did you think of when Bambi's mother got shot?" And my brother was like, kind of almost in tears. He thought it was really sad. And then she was like, "Oh, Sean, what did you think?" I just totally like ice cold, no tears in my eyes, just went, I think the hunter's a good shot." I don't remember how old I was, so I was
your
probably
mother start
like
crying?
5 or 6. Yeah, she didn't take that well. Yeah.
I still think about that story.
I think it's on brand.
Yeah.
Great.
It's a distant shot in the early morning fog, and he hits a moving target. Like that's
Good shot.
we don't hear enough about how good the hunter was, right?
Right.
Or the family he fed.
Yeah, with the corpse of Bambi's mother.
Or her. 1942, though? Wait, my only question is, why was such a sharpshooter not out there in the Pacific Theater or in Germany, where we could use him?
I mean, I think maybe he was a good shot by necessity.
Yeah.
Right.
This is maybe not the first time he's been out hunting, so he's improved rapidly.
Right.
Yeah.
I think at home he has a clock. Plays the same song every morning.
Oh, so that's why he couldn't join up.
Yeah.
Well, he helped cull the deer population, so Bambi wouldn't starve to death. But that's okay.
Yeah, exactly. See? I think there's a lot to be said for killing Bambi's mother.
Wait, does that mean
Yeah.
Bambi has to relive the mother killing every day? Only if the hunter decides to do it, I guess.
Yeah. And he does. It's tough times. There's a war effort on. Gotta beat the Nazis.
Yep.
You think Bambi's got it hard? Imagine living in Germany at that time. Come on.
That's a good point. No one ever brings that up.
Yeah.
Well, actually, there's
Yeah.
probably a reason Walt Disney wouldn't bring that up.
No, yeah, well, excuse me, please, on this podcast, it's famous Nazi sympathizer, Walt Disney. Please. He has a title.
Oh, fuck.
What were we talking? Easter baskets.
Yeah, Sean, did you get Easter baskets back in the day?
Probably. I don't remember them that much. I think I was never impressed with them. It was like this big to-do, and then what I got was like, honestly, kind of like a hyper effeminate basket full of like some chocolate. And then like people would stuff white chocolate in it, and white chocolate is fucking nasty.
You gotta switch it up. You got that much regular chocolate in there? Come on.
No, you don't have to switch it up. There's one perfect candy. It's Reese's peanut butter cups. Just use that in
Okay.
everything.
You would get that sometimes. You'd also get Cadbury eggs, which is pretty great. And
Yeah.
sometimes the big pure bar of chocolate bunny was good in theory, but you can only really get to like one ear, and then you get sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The quality of the chocolate was never great.
No.
Sometimes you didn't get Cadbury cream eggs. You get the mini eggs, which are solid chocolate surrounded by a really chalky candy exterior. They're gross too.
My favorite. They're my favorite. I remember always being disappointed that the rabbit was hollow. The chocolate was hollow in there.
Oh,
some reason.
wow.
I was always
I never
disappointed.
got those. Oh, no, you're right. No, I did.
The
Yeah,
the
yeah.
big
But
ones would be hollow, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be like,
The head was solid, though. It was the body that was hollow.
Nope.
yeah, for the most part.
No.
I mean, the head and the ears mostly
Were solid.
had smaller holes, but yeah.
And the peeps.
every-
Peeps are disgusting.
Yeah. I mean, one is fine. You can't have too many.
I don't regret it, and I'm going to say this in case my parents ever listen. I don't regret it, and I thank them for every Easter basket because they're great, and I still wish that I got them today, just different.
Don't you get care packages still? Just not on Easter.
Occasionally, yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of like an Easter basket.
You know, it's funny when it's from mom and dad, but you really know who it's from. It's from mom.
Maybe your dad dropped it off at the post office.
I was gonna say, I see your dad walking around sometimes.
Yeah.
He could have, yeah.
Maybe he bought some of the stuff at Mr. Mike's. You know.
That's true.
I don't think it's Mr. Mike's anymore. I think it's Mike's place.
What?
The one in town, I don't think it's a Mr.
Yeah.
Mike's anymore.
Damn.
The cellophane was also, it's a lot of packaging.
Yeah. That's what I didn't like about it, is that, like, why not just
Yours would
give me,
be-
like, a bowl full of candy that I like, instead of this
Yeah.
huge basket with a bunch of plastic green stuff on the bottom, and it's wasteful. Even as a child, I was very like, this is wasteful and I hate it.
I don't think mine were ever wrapped in plastic.
Oh, someone was opening them before they gave them to you, taking little nibbles, I guess.
Oh my god. I don't know if I got the same basket every year or they switched it up. I can't remember.
Did you ever have to share with Josh, your brother?
The candy or the basket?
The basket. Did they ever do boys and girls baskets? Or was everyone got their own?
Not that I remember. I think it was.
Okay.
We're pretty serious about candy in our household there. So, so I think we all got our own baskets.
Ooh, you know what I loved about your house?
that?
S'more Pop-Tarts.
Oh yeah, sure.
And
You had
Sean, you had deli slices, which blew my mind.
Yeah, my dad's still kind of into deli slices.
Oh man, I would sneak up to make sandwiches with Italian bread, deli slices, and then like pray to God I didn't run into your dad because I was afraid of him.
Yeah. He's got that same severe exterior.
There's so many British like actors who always play like mobsters in Guy Ritchie movies. I just think are your dad.
Okay. I mean,
I don't know why I hear your accents differently.
He's a pretty cool dude.
Yeah, great.
He does ride that motorcycle.
Yeah, I think he forgot to get it inspected last year.
Ooh.
So I don't think he rode it last year because he's only got a month, and that's not enough time for old Mr. Ryder. He's got to know about it beforehand for a month, and then think about it for a month, and then maybe do it.
Makes sense.
That's what we call the process.
Yeah. That's how I do it.
They just pushed back tax deadline 3 months, which is great.
Did you not do your taxes?
No, I got my taxes are very long and complicated. That's another way of saying I'm lazy.
I was gonna say, yeah. So you didn't do them, is what you're
I
saying?
didn't do them.
Yeah.
Shit.
And you could start on them now, right?
Yeah,
And
I could.
have them done.
I have all my 2019 receipts in a cigar box I nailed shut. Actually, speaking of care packages, I could use a 2020 cigar box.
Are you talking
Sue,
to your
if you're
parents
listening.
again, or?
I'm kind of just
Sue, if
putting the
you're
call
listening.
out there to listener. So Holly,
To listener.
Yeah. Holly wanted to get me anything.
What kind of cigars?
I don't smoke the cigars. I just find the cigar boxes.
Oh, you just need the boxes.
Yeah.
Okay. Damn.
I don't know if there's any other sort of like filing options I have, but cigar boxes seem to work.
Oh, damn.
You should.
you do
go ahead.
You do the taxes yourself? Huh?
Yes, yes, I do.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
This
Can't
podcast
be
is
bothered.
riveting. We're going some places now.
What kind of jelly beans you get in that Easter basket?
Oh, jelly beans are another bad Easter candy. Oh, you
Not,
disagree?
there are some good jelly beans. I can't think of the brand, but I'd know it on sight if I saw it. They're pretty good.
Didn't you like the Brax jelly beans?
Yeah, that's
Those,
it. They're like a pinkish bag.
Yeah. Yeah. Not my favorite, but they're good. They're good.
They're the best.
You can get all kinds of flavored jelly beans now. I mean, Starbursts, Jelly Bellies. They make so many different flavors. It's hard, if you like the texture of jelly beans, not to find jelly beans you'll like. You know?
Sure.
But
One time I also walked in at Eric Blasco's house to one of their family friends pooping, and he yelled at me when I was
in
young
the
boy.
bathroom?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm just, all these like childhood memories are now flooding in for some reason.
You walked into another friend of ours pooping, or
No,
a
some like family
member?
friend, some older gentleman.
Oh,
He
okay.
said, "What, you don't knock?" And then I closed the door.
How do you know he was pooping and not just peeing sitting down?
It could have been. Could have been.
You're not reminded of a smell?
No. I'm not. I don't wake up thinking of that man's poop smell.
Okay. All right.
Huh.
Just checking.
There's a lot of memories out there.
Well, they're not out there. They're all in your head.
How many people would you say you've walked in on trying to use the bathroom?
Not that many.
Not that many. Okay.
This one just stuck out to you.
Well,
What did you...
Eric's mom had a very good like color palette in their house, so I remember there was a lot of reds, like that nice like barn. It was like that old like farmhouse.
Mm-hmm.
And the door didn't lock. It was one of those doors that doesn't really lock.
And you weren't expecting some random guy to be there, right?
No, where I come from, we had locks on our
Yeah.
doors.
Yeah. You had everyone accounted for, and then you walk in and there's some random dude pooping.
Yeah.
So what did you see when you did that made you remember it for so long?
Yeah. Was the toilet profile to the door, or was it face to face?
Face to face.
Oh. How much of a delta was there between you and the man sitting on the toilet?
Delta?
Yeah. Was there like a foot? Was it? Could you hit him with the door? I mean.
Oh, I could have spit on him.
Sean, how many people have you walked in on in the bathroom?
I don't think any.
0. Okay, dang. Used to be the market basket I worked at. There would be customers that would not even close the stall door to poop.
That's
Well, yeah,
nasty as hell.
They're there
Yeah,
to
so you-
shop, so they want to drop one and get right back to it. You can't have a door in the way.
I'm
Yeah, so
touching
you
all
walk-
that produce.
I know. So you walk to that stall and it's, that's wide open. And there's a dude shitting in there. So. Yep.
Did they ever have any questions about like specials that day, or?
Yeah. I would immediately turn around and just walk out.
Yeah.
Just walk out, and I'll poop later. So, yeah. I mean, that's better than the people that would actually poop in the aisles. But,
How often does that happen?
it happened way more than you'd think. At least a couple times a year.
Is that what the sawdust is?
That's mostly for puke.
Yeah.
Depending on the consistency of the shit, they may use it, but
It's like really runny. They'll use it.
yeah, but you'll see because the seafood department, which is right next to the deli, we'd know that something was up because you'd see a trail of like skid marks on the
Ew.
floor, and then there'd be like a pile in one of the aisles,
Oh my god.
and so we'd have to go get someone. They clean it up, and then you go into the bathroom, and usually they would leave their shit-filled underwear either on the floor next to the toilet or in the trash.
I have a lot of questions about this.
Yeah.
Why were so many people shitting themselves?
I don't know. I do not know. I mean, I've seen a woman at where they keep the hot rotisserie chickens, just talking to somebody else and shake her leg into like a little poop fell out.
This is a great ad for Market Basket.
It's just I don't know. I mean,
That's not. To be fair, that's not Market Basket's fault. It's the fucking people that live around here.
Yeah.
I can
Imagine
tell
where
you.
you have to be in your life to just be
Yeah.
be so casual with shitting yourself. You just keep a conversation
Yeah.
going, shake it out.
yeah, I had one time in the seafood department. I had a guy come up to me and have a 20-minute conversation with me about how the rotisserie chickens now give him the runs. They never used to, but now he always gets the runs. And he had a rotisserie chicken in his little basket that he was shopping with.
Stop.
And then I was like, I just gave him like a really confused look, and at the end he goes, "I just think someone should know." I was like, "Your fucking doctor should know. Like, I don't need to know. I don't order the chickens. I don't slaughter the chickens. I don't make the seasoning. I don't know what to tell you." But just a lot of shit and shit talk happening at Market Basket.
I mean, it's good that someone knows, though, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure he's probably forgotten about it or dead, but now I know, I have to know. So there's that. But, you know.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm never going
I
to
don't
go to
know.
Market Basket again. I mean, I don't live on that. I live 3,000 miles away, but still.
I told you, it's not the Market Basket's fault.
Yeah, and we'd clean it up quickly, and
Do you think Hannaford's having those kind of problems?
I don't think they have the density to have that kind of problem. They had wide aisles. You can be in and out of there. I've never, you know. I don't know if it's the orange and white tiles of a Market Basket that really trick the mind into shitting yourself, but
I think part of it's the older population in the area, if we're really going to
yeah,
think when they start, they got to go, they just go.
right. Maybe IBS was a big problem back then and wasn't as highly diagnosed, you know.
Yeah, and take it seriously.
Well, all those rotisserie chickens you guys are flinging.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to pick one of those up if I'm not locked in the house tomorrow.
Yeah, see if it gives you the runs.
See if it gives me the run. Is he eating the entire thing? Like by himself?
Bones and all.
You know, he wouldn't get into that depth of it, but he would talk about
Some
how
things are
frequently
private.
he had the runs. And, yeah.
I gotta be honest,
So-
Jeff, I feel like you weren't asking important questions here.
I was trying to get out of the conversation
Why?
as quickly as possible.
Are you kidding me?
I can't tell you how bad of a mood I was in every day there, so I can't help you to say like why I would want to sit and talk about some guy having the runs. Nowadays I probably would, because that sounds like a great way to avoid working.
I'm
but-
like, yeah, I'm always like so on
I do.
edge for someone to say a weird thing so I can focus on it, just to have that information and carry it around with me in my heart forever. Like I'm so into it. I just want to hear people say like really ridiculous, stupid things, and then I can tell other people later, and then I can see their reaction. It's like a virus that I can spread willingly.
Yeah. But a lot of loose candy in Easter baskets. I mean, it never bothered me though.
It's
not the only-
He ties it right back seamlessly.
Not the only thing that's loose. You know what I mean?
But I gotta think. I mean, I know I eat candy pretty ferociously now, but I think an Easter basket would last me at least a week.
No way. How big was this thing? I've seen you eat candy.
Exactly. But I think when I was getting baskets, I was more like, well, I better pace myself.
You were a lot smaller too, so I'm sure the baskets would seem smaller now.
Right.
I mean, you were a lot smaller.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't. If I could just put all my candy in a basket now and just pretend that to pace myself. I don't know. We'll see.
So let's just send out another message to our listener. Jeff could use a basket to put candy in.
And he'll pace himself.
It's I think it's the basket that helps him pace himself.
Yeah.
So a basket and then an empty cigar box, no cigars for Bret. I, dear listener, don't need anything.
You sure? I mean, think about it. Well, we're putting things out there.
No.
I mean,
Also, while I'm addressing our listener, if she still wants High School by Tegan and Sarah, I have it right here.
okay.
So,
I'll put it out there. They are making her work from home, so
yeah.
she still doesn't have a lot of time.
Yeah. Of course. Yeah. I know. I figured, but I was just offering.
Well, I was gonna say I'll put it out there, but it's on the show, so she'll hear it.
Yeah, I'm sure. In her precious free time, she's listening to the podcast, huh?
Yeah, now that she doesn't have a commute, it'll be interesting to see
Yeah.
if she does listen to it.
Yeah, she shouldn't. It's a waste of her time.
You never used the basket for anything else, which sucks because it was like a perfect basket in terms of shape.
Yeah. There should be more uses for baskets,
We didn't collect as many wild mushrooms as when we were kids.
Yeah.
I don't think I collect any now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Less now, though. Less then.
I think it was still 0.
You wouldn't really use it for apples. I'm trying to think of things you'd use a basket for like that, because you'd always have it in the crook of your arm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Apples will get too heavy too quick.
How about flowers?
Sure. Yeah, flowers, sure.
Flowers are good, but it depends what kind of flower, because you want to keep them upright in some cases.
Well, what about if you're out in the fields and you find a bunch of potatoes, right?
That's the apple conundrum of they get too heavy too quick, because those baskets would warp.
Yeah. I want to say like nuts, some sort of...
Nuts are good.
Yeah. Maybe some berries.
Berries work, yeah. I'm more of a bucket thing, but yeah.
Yeah.
Like a
Back
tin
to-
pail.
Kind of back to bears
Sure.
again.
Yeah.
Nuts and berries and...
Maybe firewood. Maybe some kindling.
Too heavy, I think.
Kindling?
Can we make a call out to listener? If you have any ideas what you'd put in an Easter basket from the natural world.
Yeah. And then some of those Easter baskets weren't very strong. They were really built for looks.
Yeah.
Well, it sounds like Bret, Mr. Richie Rich, was getting all the fucking high-quality baskets.
No, I didn't. The handles would always warp if you put too much weight in them.
You're talking about how they were perfect baskets, though.
Well, that's why I was scared
the
to put
shape is
apples
perfect.
in them.
Oh, okay.
For like collecting things. You know what you could do if you had one of those big phones, the big brick phones, and you were outside like on your lawn chair, you could have a line from assuming you had a second floor in your house, down to where you were, and like, phone call, and then it would go, wee, 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 guitar solo, and it would zing down to you.
There's a lot of very specific things that need to line up.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's not a perfect basket.
Okay, how about this then? Instead of like as some sort of transport for a phone, what if you just put other smaller baskets in it as a display?
Oh, like one of those Russian dolls?
Yeah.
No, not quite.
Okay, that could work. The nice thing about those baskets is the clearance you get with that handle is you get a lot of room, a lot of vertical.
Yeah.
So then we should be thinking of lightweight but very tall things, right?
Yes.
I think
Small pyramids.
there are plenty
Uh-huh.
Rube Goldberg-esque things we could put them in, though. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like it's hanging on a little lever, and then once the alarm goes off, bowling ball rolls into it, and it weighs it down, lifts something else up, you know?
I can't wait for the first coronavirus Rube Goldberg machine videos to start getting out there.
Yeah, OK Go really shot their wad with that treadmill video. Now that they're trapped in the house, what are they going to do?
Yeah, that's a great expression to use all the time, Jeff. Just loved sonically hearing you say the words "shot their wad."
Yep.
That's good. I love hearing about and thinking about wads being shot, Jeff. Thank you.
That's a good point.
That's really great. Hey, you know what you could use a basket for? You could shoot your wad into it. Could be a little wad basket. You like that idea, Jeff? And then when you're done with it, you put it on a line, zip, zing, boom. It's out in the backyard now. Now you shot all your wads out into the backyard. Are you happy?
Yeah, pretty happy.
You shouldn't be, because you're disgusting. And the thing you said was vile.
That's a good point.
I think we've shot our wad with this segment.
Yeah, I think you have.
Now that the heat's on you.
Yeah, exactly.
Now that Sean is verbally shooting his water. That's fun.
I had the same visceral reaction to that phrase as though someone had just walked in on me on the can if I was going to the bathroom. Like, what are you doing? Do that.
It's nasty.
It's nasty. You guys are nasty.
It's a lot of fun.
I mean, give me alternative phrases for that.
I don't even understand the sentiment you were trying to express. You could say, wow, they really went too far too fast. Wow, they really were ahead of the time. Wow, they really ejaculated all over the place. I don't know what you were trying to say, so I can't replace it. Please explain without using that phrase.
They really canned their peaches on that one.
See? Look at that.
I'm just saying it's a more common colloquialism than canned their peaches.
Well, yeah, but
you want to be common. You want
exactly.
To be ordinary, status quo.
Give your conversations a little verve, a little pep. You know?
Joie de vivre.
All right.
Thank you.
I'll work on that.
Yeah.
This is heads up, not heads down into the gutter.
I'm not familiar with that
sorry.
podcast. Can't start rounds of applause for yourself. We've been over this.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see how it is. I'll be better. All right. I'll be better.
Now you're doing great.
Jeff, just imagine you had a kid and they pick up a podcast one day and they listen to it and they hear somebody say that phrase. How would you feel?
Fine, I think. I don't know. I'm going to go fine.
I don't think you would be.
No?
I think you'd be shook, son.
I don't think so, but I mean, I'm willing to think I'm wrong.
All right, that's been Heads Up. I'm Sean.
I'm Jeff. Yeah.
We had a special guest, Bret.
I'm Bret. Thanks for having me. Don't scan all your peaches.
We got to go through all the different ways Jeff tries to sell things to our listener.
One way.
I was just thinking, you guys should have a podcast together called Dirty Boys. You just say dirty little phrases to each other.
Is that what you want?
It's not. I won't listen to it, but if it gets it out of your system, Jeff, if it pushes it out of your cloaca, then fine.
Unpack your cloaca and shoot your wads, because it's the Dirty Boys coming in.
See? Look at that. The dude has already got a call in. Okay. You can email us, headsuppod@gmail.com. You can Twitter at us, or Instagram at us. At headsuppod is the name for both of those things. I don't look at any of them. I don't think I follow any of these. I'll never see it. Jeff will tell me about it later.
Yeah, I will be responding. So,
It's kind of an old school way of doing it, though, right? Like,
how would you do it? What should we do?
no, I like
You doing
like
all
the
the work.
you have to see it and then explain it to me. I like that. That's old school.
Oh yeah, no, it's fine. It's
a cool way
I
of
like
doing
that. Yeah.
Jeff probably has a TikTok where he does little dances, I bet. What's that called,
don't.
Jeff? TikTok.
I have a TikTok, but I don't post on it.
Oh, okay.
You could do videos of you like walking in on you pooping. You'd be like, you'd be like, lock the door. And knock next time.
I never thought about it. TikTok is kind of very David Lynchian, huh?
Yeah.
Mm.
A lot of twins, a lot of clones, doubles and duplicates.
It is perfect.
Everyone now look out for Sean's TikTok.
I'm not gonna download TikTok. Are you kidding me? I got a Snapchat on my phone. It's more than I can handle. I'm so stressed out all the time. The pictures just keep coming in. I don't know what to do with them. Jeff has a store where he tries to sell cheap merchandise to you to make a quick buck off of what little fame he thinks he has.
The sale on $15 tees is extended through the 22nd.
Oh wow, is it?
Yeah, I guess.
Go get an exclamation point shirt. Go get some branded merch.
Yeah. The fursuit.
The fursuit. Those are the two best, I would say.
I mean, Bret as Smeagol is still
Yeah,
I
saw
love
the
that one.
it's my favorite.
Yeah, I saw the
that one.
picture. I didn't like it, but this is a partnership. You got to kind of go with the flow sometimes.
I wear.
I had
that
no
one.
idea. Yeah, me too. I had no idea you didn't like the Bret as Smeagol shirt. I had no idea.
Jeff, how do you not know that the only shirt ideas I like are the ones that I come up with? Okay, you know how I operate.
It's true. It's true. You know.
You should make.
I got.
Oh my God! You should make a bunch of branded merchandise about a podcast that you and Brett never do.
Dirty Boys. Okay. Look out for the Dirty Boys shirts. Spring 2020.
Well, it's already spring, so they already should be here.
Right.
They will be here.
We're
but
late.
I'll probably have it up by the time we drop this. So, Dirty Boys.
Dirty boys. Strap on and strap in. The dirty boys are here.
What's the yeah, give it a good like shock jock style. What's the address? What's the web address? What words do I type into the URL, Jeffrey, to get to your
HTTP / www.
I'm sorry, it's not HTTPS.
Oh, you got
is it a
served.
It is HTTPS
Okay.
:
So it's secure.
/
Folks, you're welcome.
Yeah, it
I'm
is.
looking out for you. You're welcome.
headsup.threadless.com.
Headsup.threadless.com. Just kind of a internet security expert. Just want to make sure if anybody goes there, they're not going to get hacked.
We have stickers and magnets now, in case you want to sticker your own merchandise.
I could use some magnets. What do our magnets look like?
I believe we've got our logo. We've got the two-headed giant,
Yeah.
and I think Crime Wave.
Every time you mention it, I realize I've forgotten about Crime Wave.
Yeah,
And it's such a good idea.
yeah. If Bret isn't a sticker or a magnet yet, I will change that. But
Thank you. Wait, is Crime Wave the orca?
yeah,
Is he a detective or is he a criminal?
they're criminals. They're addicted to the drugs they found from drug smuggling boats, and so they're attacking them in the Boston Harbor.
Oh my god, I love it.
Right?
Yeah.
Find out what episode that's from so we can keep plugging that episode.
That's episode entitled Heavy Brains. Episode number 40 something.
I'd look it up, but I don't subscribe to the podcast on any platform.
I don't recommend the podcast.
I don't. I can't tell you to avoid it enough. If you already listen, I'm sorry.
Yeah, episode Heavy Brains. Look it up. Yeah. What else, Sean?
I think that's it. I think this has been Heads Up with Jeff and Sean, and also Bret.
Hi.
I'm Jeff.
I'm Sean.
I'm also Bret.
And we're popping off.
Ta-ta.
Toodles.
It's like bam, 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 and then it's roar. Bam, 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 hot.
Do 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 do.